Uh, we are now live. Okay. So, hello everybody. I hope you feel fantastic. I got to live with a teacher from Brazil and talking about self-confidence. Yes. Good. Gabriel is here. So, hey.
So let's adapt. I changed my place as well. Like maybe the
Perfect. I think
sound is not great
everything,
here.
dear Gabriel, I think everything is perfect and I could see us as crystal as clear. That's perfect. Yeah.
It's better the connection. Yeah.
Yes, yes, I think it's better. All right. So, Gabriel, as you know, that tonight we're supposed to talk about self-confidence issue. That self-confidence,
We're having this issue.
yeah, and it's a skill, right? Go ahead. It's a skill.
Yeah. For me, self-confidence is a skill that you can work on and you can develop as any other one. But it takes a lot of not exactly motivation, because sometimes we need to do things without being motivated. Like we need to
Mm-hmm.
push ourselves, and um, we need to try to get out of this negative self-talk that keeps telling us that we cannot do something in our lives, you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So,
And so we can work on this by repetition in the beginning, and then we are going to be more familiarized with the subject we want to be better on. Like, let's say, if I want to be better in finances, I should be rich in knowledge about people that are good in finances. I need to be curious about this. I need to be willing to learn from them.
yeah, you mean that by practicing on every project, like, I don't know, self-confidence, maybe learning or everything, by practicing, we could learn and develop that feature. And self-confidence is one of them. After practicing and trying hard, yes, why not? We could do that. Yes, you're right. As I told you before, me and I don't know others, we have got some features like general features that they are that everybody's maybe most of us have that, but we have some specific features that and unique ones that I don't know. Maybe I've got a unique feature that my friend doesn't have, or maybe lots of people. I say that, okay, I've got this feature and I should improve this feature, and I should show it to the community, to the people. And I tell the other that I've got this feature and I could help people with this feature. I think that we need self-confidence. We need self-confidence. But if first of all, it's finding self-confidence, and after that, practicing to improve our self-confidence. How could we find our, how could we find our self-confidence?
Like, in my opinion, it's like most of the women, we think like, oh, I'm fat, I don't look good, I'm not going to find a boyfriend. Or maybe we just start learning a language, or we just think, oh, I make a lot of mistakes, I sound awkward, it's not good. We need to understand the pain of the process of developing, like the process of developing. It takes pain from us. Like we're going to suffer before we understand that we really need to know that all the people feel in the same way when they're doing something, when they're starting something, when they're still not perfect on something. And it takes practice, and it takes like we need to like be keep the self we need to keep like a healthy distance of the people that tell us that we cannot do something, or people that just criticize us all the time, like I don't think it looks good, like your English is not so good. Of course it's not so good, because you're improving it. Like, and
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
the difference. you were talking earlier about the positive like thought that we have, the positive thinking that we keep us like, right, I'm learning this, so I don't need to be exactly good. But if I keep training, one day I will be better. I will be good at doing this. And
Yes.
like right now, we both might be a bit nervous. Like I am a bit nervous right now because we told everybody we were going to be live, but it's not working well, and we're just like, oh my God, Instagram is not, no, it's not good, it's not accurate. So yeah, right now we need to put the like positive self-talk. Like, no, people, like it happens. It's the internet. It doesn't depend exactly on us sometimes. That we need to understand what are the external factors that put us on like hard times, let's say.
I know. So what I understand from you was, that maybe we have external factor that you mentioned, like the, I don't know, negative words from others, by the maybe personal features. I don't know. Maybe I've got in myself, I think I have lots of positive features, but others, based on their view, based on what they think that, okay, maybe I have most of my features are negative, and they try to tell me that your feature is negative, you've got this and these negative features. You mean that at first it's better to neglect the others and reject what they think, and we just think positively and think about other positive features? Is it right up to, just ignoring the others' ideas, the bad ideas, and we think about positive features up to now, right?
I think we need to take some of the criticism as a construction, we need to use it as a source of like self-improvement, but we should always take it as a positive, as you say. Like, that's right. I need to take some critics because, of course, I'm not perfect, but that critics will lead me to say, like, okay, I'm not good right now. What should I do? Like, I tell coaching process for everyone. Write down in a paper, what are the things that you want to change today? Like, what are your weaknesses? Like, what is the thing that most annoy you? Let's say, right now, I think I'm not pronouncing well. I think I get nervous when I start talking with in English with someone. So what should I do? Like, should I learn? Yeah, sure.
So interesting. You mean that we should say thank you to others for criticizing us and writing the negative features that they think. Okay, great. We should write them and try to improve. If you think that these, criticizing is correct, and we should just write it and think about that. If it is correct, we try to improve our weaknesses. But we think if they are not true, we just neglect them and reject them, right?
Yeah, why should I hear someone, like, sometimes people, I know it's really weird to say, but sometimes people get annoyed because we are like going through our weaknesses. Like, I'm really working on it, and someone will start criticizing you. Like, I don't think it's good, because in real sense, many people cannot do the same. So it doesn't mean they're exactly jealous, but it annoys people when you are developing, when you are getting better. So many people will criticize you because in real truth, it's the habit we have. Like, many people just, like, whenever something is going good and there's like, oh, I don't think it's too good. And maybe this comment can destroy many people. You know, many people get like they take the idea and just say like, oh, maybe I'm not so good. And that that negative self-talk can take you over if you don't write it down and start really thinking like, what I'm doing to improve this. Is that true? Like, is it really like the opinion of this person is really valuable for me? Like, you know, like when you start exercising yourself and training the thing that you think is negative. Let's say when we talk about English, what stop people to don't speak, I think, mostly is it's the awkwardness, you know, like the not willingness to make mistakes.
Mm.
Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, it's gonna be awkward, and it is going to be awkward in the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. 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 So you mean that we should accept the and we should welcome the criticizing of the orders, and we should say that okay, we accept them and we think about them. If they are right, we try to I don't know, correct them or improve them. If they are not right, we should say okay, just I don't know, put away the comments, and we should neglect them. Great up to know. So you know, but it's what you say. I think that it's not okay for all people. Maybe I myself, when somebody criticize me, I think about it, and maybe I'll be worried about the statement, and I think that okay, he's not in that position to tell me that one, or maybe I myself know that that's not right, that's not correct, but he's trying to tell me that. He's saying, I don't know, the negative word that he himself doesn't believe in them. So what should I do with this situation if I'm worried about the statements and about the comments?
Well, you say when the comments really start becoming affecting you,
Yes.
like people, like I'm a human being in this world, and I was born with this body, I was born with this head, I was born with all these features that God or whatever people believe gave you. Like I came
Yeah.
in this world like in this way, and I have intelligence. I thank God many people doesn't have. If you have all these, I believe everybody that's watching us have like intelligence enough to understand that all the things that I don't like on myself, like let's say I was born like this, I need to accept myself like this. But can I improve my skills on speaking? Can I improve my skills on working? And when you say, if someone says something and I get sad, and it just when I let the external word affect me, it means that I need to change myself, because I am not telling myself enough that I'm good, that I can do it, and I'm letting a person have power over me that I cannot do it. But if I believe that I can do, nothing will stop me, because I will keep trying, I will keep persistent, right? I will keep improving the quality that someone say like, oh, your English is not good, but wait, I can improve it. I can improve it. And it happened with me that I'm saying right now. Like when I was 26, today I'm 31, I couldn't speak English at all. And I was always really, really bad about it. I used to cry because I lost job opportunities. I used to be really like feeling not intelligent, but in some deeper way that I know that I'm intelligent. I knew that I could do it. But what I was missing was motivation inside me. I missed like attachment with the language. Like, why should I learn English? I didn't have a reason, an emotional reason to learn. That's why I couldn't learn before. Like, so people that learn English really well, they get a healthy, I would say, healthy obsession with the language. Like, what is your reason to wake up and study a language? Like, if you think, oh, I want to, I don't know, improve my work, I want to travel, is this reason enough? Because when you get a better position, what's the reason are you going to, like, what is going to keep you studying? Like, if I want to travel, like, when I travel, what is going to be, like, keeping me in my mission, my objective? So it should be greater than just, like, oh, someone said something bad and I felt bad. If you really think you're feeling bad, maybe that's because you were bad, you know? That's the really, like, we say the ugly truth. If you believe and take it for you, maybe it's really truth. And what changed your feeling, it's your willingness to do something about it. What are you going to do about it, you know? So that's what I think.
You're right. You're right. So the first, let me just describe the conversation up to now and giving the summary. You know, the first thing is accepting the other's idea and thinking about them. Next one is trying to be better. Trying to be better if you have got negative feature. Actually, if we don't, okay, we try to be better again by positive features. So we should try. We should practice, and we should understand our goals. Maybe as you mentioned, for a trip or for waking in the morning, we have in a day lots of goals. We should understand them and trying to reach the goals, and not to forget that believe in ourselves. As a human beings that you mentioned, we should believe in our abilities. If you don't believe in ourselves, nobody can help. I think nobody can help. But
Yeah,
if
nobody will help you because you don't
yeah,
believe, firstly, yeah?
yeah, yeah. But if we don't believe in ourselves, again, nobody can help. So it is. I want to say that we just it is exactly us. We are that we could help ourselves to be better, and no one else. First, we should believe in ourselves, understanding our goals, and trying to focus on the goals, not the focus on the negative words. If you understand the goal and destination, we try to reach destination, not waiting and answering the other's question. By the other's comments, I think that if we just answer the other's comments, if we suppose that we're going to a destination, we're on the road. If you're just answering the other's comments and talking with them, we don't move to the destination. But if we move to destination and listen to others' comments, if the comments are positive, okay, we go faster. If the comments are negative, we think about that. If it is right, okay, we continue. If it is not right, we just neglect.
Yeah, we cannot depend on external factors to be self-confident,
Exactly.
because sometimes the word will doubt you. Nobody will believe that you can do that. Like, but even some people that have no physical abilities, they can do incredible things because they themselves, they believe that they could do that, and they end up in the Guinness book. They end up like appearing in like a newspaper because they thought they could do it. So sometimes people think it is about like, oh, she was born rich. Oh, you're intelligent. That's why you can do this. Oh, like, no, but he had like a paid school, like an expensive school. No, some people just learned, like, what we're talking about learning process. I know people that learned in really bad situations, like really when we had no source, like years ago, they didn't have audio sources, they didn't have like YouTube, they didn't have podcasts, and this person chose to learn because they thought they were capable. So nowadays, it's a lot easier, like talking about English speaking. Nowadays,
No.
we have like 100 sources that can help us. So if someone in the past could learn something in really like tough conditions, why today we wouldn't be able to do that? So it's all about
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
It's all about what you believe inside you. And yes, like you said, your emotional reason. What is your reason? Like, that's what's going to keep you through the hard moments. Like when you don't
Yeah.
think you can keep going. Everybody has the negative self-talk, like, oh no, you cannot do it. Like, stop it, you're shit. You need to wake up every day in the morning. And if you have difficulties with this, because I had a lot, I needed to write down, like, I make progress on it. I did it. Like, I had a lot of targets that I accomplished before my 30s. Like, I wanted to be bilingual. I wanted it so bad, but until my 26, I couldn't. And my time was going, like, time was passing by, and I couldn't believe that I could do it. Like, I was just like, oh my
Yeah.
God, what I'm going to do. And I had
Yeah.
opportunity to study in English schools, but I didn't learn before because of me.
So I think that it is because of the internal factor that you're talking, because emotional features, it's inner. I think that it's one of the inner feature for everybody that we should work on that, not just external factors. sometimes we need to work on internal factors like, I don't know, beliefs, like feelings, and like maybe sometimes talking with ourselves and asking of ourselves that hey man, what is your goal for being as a human, for living here in the world? Sometimes I ask myself that, what do you want to do for your city? What do you want to do for your country? And what do you want to do for the world? Yeah.
Yeah,
And
what is the legacy you want to leave? That's a really live proposal, yeah?
yeah,
What do you want, how do you want people to remember you when you die?
yes, yeah. I think I myself ask this question most of the time. I ask this question of myself, and I'm searching to find an answer. I think I told you at the first of the live that everybody has got some general features and some unique features, specific one. And I'm thinking about my specific feature. And I believe that everybody has got a specific feature, some specific features. Just by thinking and understanding, I believe that everybody could find them. Yeah, just by practicing on some features. I myself, let me tell you, maybe it's about 10 years up to now that I'm working on English. Before that, I couldn't talk any word of English. Yeah, I couldn't
So how
understand.
old were you when you started learning?
I was 20. It was 20 that I tried to learn English. But before that, I couldn't understand what is English. Just one sentence. What's your name? My name is finished. But the pronunciation was not okay. My name is. I said something like that because I didn't know what is pronunciation. What is English? Why should I learn English? But after practicing and understanding that English it should be my job in the future. So I try to be not being the best, but I try to be, I don't know, number one in my university classes, trying and now I have got an application in English. I teach English for the world actually, and that's free. Or
That's
maybe I have,
awesome.
yes, thank you. Or maybe I'm working on a project for kids that they could learn English without going to any institute. They could talk English like the first language. I'm working on this project. So because I believe in my project, and I think that after practicing and understanding the goals inner and paying attention to our inner features, like I don't know, like helping others, like I don't know. Being generous one in teaching and sharing knowledge. So I think that everybody can do that, but without some moral features and moral ethic, I think nothing happens actually.
Yeah, and talking for the teachers now, not just for the students.
Yeah,
If you don't believe you cannot change the lives the lives of your students, you probably won't because you don't believe you can. You just think like, oh, I'm an ordinary teacher. You should think you can be extraordinary. You can be different. Like what moves you? What motivates you to teach English? What do you want? You don't need to. You should not want just teach English. You should be able to change people's lives, change your students' lives. That's what
mm,
you should be thinking on doing. Because I see a lot of like ordinary teachers. I'm not saying that's a bad thing because
mm,
no, we all born to do something, but when we have this passion inside, and we start working really hard on it, we are going to be good at doing it. Like it's a matter of training. Like sorry, the
mm,
self-confidence is the skill that's going to put us like ahead
yeah,
of other teachers.
mm,
And
yeah,
that's maybe sometimes it's not a competition. Like you might have a skill that I have a good skill that you need, but I will always be like great on doing this that I do, and you will be always be great on what you do. And the word is like many teachers tells me like, oh my god, the market has so many teachers. uh, Students cannot learn well at school because they don't have opportunity to speak many times. They can't let's say in a class of 20 students, if we imagine that we learned by speaking, they can't have opportunity of speaking. So in the future, we can imagine, I don't know in your country, but in Brazil, just 4% of our population is fluent in English. I think actually 5%. So 5% of our population is fluent in English. So if you imagine there's a huge marketing that, like, if you were passionate enough, there will be always new students wanting to learn English, and there will be always enough for many, many new teachers. You know, I think actually many students just haven't met the teachers that they need. As you said, like, maybe this profession can be extinguished in the future. Like, I think mentor or teachers will be never extinguished. I say extinguish, how can I say this word? Tell me. Extinguished.
Yeah, you're right, I think. Yeah, you're right.
Extinguished. Yeah, they will never be. But if I can imagine, like, everybody needs a mentor. Like when you were doing learning, you were doing lives in the past talking about be a self-taught, right?
Yeah. Yes, and you know.
So.
Yes.
No,
okay.
it's fine. You can.
Okay, you know, I just while you're talking, I was thinking about an abbreviation about self-confident. I could understand HANA S. HANA S. It's the best abbreviation for self-confidence. HANA. HANA. H is hearing. H is hearing, and A is accepting. Hearing, accepting. N is neglecting.
I write it down. So I write it down, Hannah.
Hearing, accepting, neglecting, and A is avoiding. Avoiding in our mind. Just hearing, accepting, neglecting, and avoiding. Hana S. S means smiling. And after that, smiling and continuing. So, Hana.
Is that a word in Iranian, Hannah?
No. I was thinking about that in my mind, and I just make I don't know, a new one. Yeah, Hannah is the name of a girl actually, and I've chosen this name for just sticking in mind that how could we improve our self-confidence is the first thing is hearing the words, hearing the comments, accepting the comments if they are positive, neglecting the comments if they are negative, and avoiding the bad comments in our mind. And S means smiling, just smiling to others and smiling for the beauty, to the beauty of the world, smiling to the beauty of learning, and just continuing our way. That's it. That's it. Not to forget smiling and keeping smiling while you're talking, smiling while you're doing the job, because it is the inner.
I am now.
Yeah, you are. Most in the first life up to now, you're smiling. Why not? Yeah, keep it. Because smiling makes up actually makes our face beautiful, and the others and the peoples love beauty. So for the sake of beauty, we should do it. After, as you mentioned, practicing at first, but then it will be part of other facial expressions. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, you know, smiling comes from body language, and we have a lot of TED Talks. I love TED Talks to study. And they say, fake it until you make it, yeah? I believe in this because sometimes, like, I have a really good coach that he's my student, but I love our classes. Like, he's actually he's 68, I'm 31. And I feel that he's my master, not I'm the, like, yeah, I'm the student, but very often I just look at him like he's teaching me by having classes with me. So what he tells me, he's a really famous coach in Brazil. His name is Arli Cravo. And I inspire myself on him because he say, like, when a person arrive in my session, like crying, like complaining about life, cranky, I just start laughing, like, ha, 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 ha. And I can't fake of like him, you know. He starts smiling and laughing. The person in the beginning say, like, is he mocking me? Like, what is happening here? And then in a while, the person start like smiling as well, like, you know, like feeling the reasons, like, what are the reasons that you have to keep? We're talking about mental health as well. I think self-confidence is a part of like the composition of mental health, because whenever you keep yourself positive, you keep yourself like the positive talk leads you to a good self-esteem, like good self-confidence, and then your mental health will be improving by this. Of course, sometimes like I have been going through depression in my past. Sometimes we need to be realistic and just think like, if I have been crying, if I have been really sad, I should reach like professional help. I think it's really important to be able to understand when it's really getting like serious, because I know many people that go through this and they just say, I don't want to go to the therapist, I don't want psychiatrist, because that's the crazy people's things. No, first thing you need to admit that we have weaknesses, and sometimes we were talking about organic process, organic, like laughing, smiling, it's organic, like it belongs to the body. So when we're talking about someone being really sad, you know, our brain becomes to assimilate it and it becomes organic. So some people need external help to go through a really hard moments in life, you know, especially now, like we're in a time now, like I think you're like me. I'm great right now. I know the world is in crisis, and I'm so grateful because I know how to work from home. I'm really easy learner. I'm a self-taught person. I'm very curious. But some people right now, they're just desperate. Many people are having anxiety attacks at home because they cannot understand that it's a moment. Like not, right now is the moment that I can learn new skills. So some people become in an organic process. You know, I'm talking this because I study neuroscience and I know what I'm talking about. So your brain becomes to assimilate that you really, like, you're sad, and sometimes you need to reach professional help. So don't be ashamed when you really feel like so bad that you cannot do yourself alone. Talk with people that you trust. Talk with professionals. Like, talk with the people that will really be able to, like, you know, don't show your weaknesses with people that will judge you. Show the weakness with the people that you can trust, professionals, good friends, positive people. Because sometimes when we give this power, when we are weak and we give the power for other people, they can destroy us. Like, we are talking here about positive self-talk, but it can be really serious if you don't know where to, like, who you can talk with, where can I, like, become, how can I say, confidential, like, where can I, like, where is a safe place, who is the good person that I can tell my bad things, you know?
We should find the right person to talk with, right? We should find the right person, actually. Because the person that could help, if we just tell our story and tell our secrets to all the people that they just, I don't know, they all listen and without helping, I think that it doesn't work. But when we talk with people that they could help, it really helps us, and they could help us to understand the problems and how we could solve the problems. So understanding the right person is great. So great, thank you very much. You want to say something for the end of the live?
Well, I want, first I would like to, like, I know people that today maybe the connection were not great in the beginning, but I hope you guys could, like, get something positive out of this conversation that we had here. I would like to thank you so much by your time. But that, I know it's late now in Iran. You say this almost 1 a.m., yeah?
Yeah, yes. But it was amazing. It was perfect for me talking with a psychologist like you, because I learned lots of things.
Oh, I'm not a psychologist.
You know, you are. It was the topic of sociolinguistics. Actually, where we was talking about the psychology of the language and how could we improve our English and understanding the negative and positive features. How we could better and develop the self confidence and being the professional one in that. Yeah, by controlling, by practicing. Yeah, it was good and interesting.
Yeah, that was great for me as well. Like, always, there is people from Brazil here. They're not used to talk with foreigners. You know, like some people have never had opportunity to talk with a foreigner, like a person from other country. Oh my God, it's like it's an ET. So it's really good for me. Like I had this opportunity in my exchanging program, and I would like to give my students also the feeling like talking for a person in other like other side of the world, and like see that we are all humans and we all feel in the same way. Some people think other nations are superior, like oh Americans are better, or maybe oh like British, or maybe like I don't know, these nations is better than us. And in Brazil here, people have the bad habit to say, oh, Brazilian people are not good. So that's the first one
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
And
yeah.
I don't know in your country,
I
but
believe
the
in this
first,
sentence. Yeah, you're right. I
sorry?
believe, I believe in this sentence at first, up to now, and forever, that we should respect to all people, not, I don't know, respecting to some regions, to some countries. No, all human beings are equals and they are the same. We should respect them. Yeah, this is humanity. That's it.
Yeah, and one thing that happens in many countries that are like, let's say they're more, it's a bit poor, like, I don't know, 30 world countries. And in Brazil, many people believe that we are inferior sometimes. And when I went to the US, I had the opportunity to understand maybe we're talking about self-confidence. I saw the flag everywhere. You know, my boyfriend is American. And then I
Yeah,
thought with myself, like, these people are so self-confident. Like, it's not just about being patriotic. They're self-confident. They believe they're good. And we didn't have this in Brazil. You know, back to Brazil, it's
yeah,
like, I don't
yeah.
see any flag here. Like, people just say, yeah, Brazilians are bad. It's just like, well, what the fuck is happening here? I'm sorry for the bad language. What is happening here that people just cannot believe that we are
Okay,
good?
okay. Think about Hannah S. That's enough.
Yeah, afterwards, I want you to tell me this, Hannah, again, you know, and we're going to write it down, and we're due to
Yes, yes.
make a
H, yeah,
post of this
yeah.
new philosophy,
Hearing.
you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. H is hearing, and A is accepting the positive ones, N is neglecting the negative ones, and A is avoiding them to stick in our mind, and S is smiling, just smiling to the world and people. That's it. Thank you very much. It was
Thank
fantastic
you
for me.
very much.
And take care.
Yeah, it
Thank
was
you.
very
Take care.
good. This live will
Yeah,
be saved in your
yeah,
profile,
of course,
yeah?
of course. Of course, yes, yes.
Okay.
And it's
I
public.
hope you
Thank
sleep
you.
well. Good night for
Yeah,
you.
thank
Thank you,
you.
everybody. See you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Thank you.